you ever noticed how sometimes the smallest detail can completely change the way someone looks? Not a new hairstyle, not a designer outfit, not even a dramatic transformation, just a simple pair of glasses. And yet, somehow, that one small accessory recently sent fans around the world into a frenzy when it appeared on BTS's Jin. Because when Jin put on those glasses, people weren't just talking about fashion anymore. They were talking about what many fans called fundamental beauty, the kind of beauty that doesn't depend on styling, trends, or special effects, the kind that simply exists. And the latest behind-the-scenes footage gave everyone a closer look than ever before. On June 18th, Bangtan TV released a dance practice sketch video featuring BTS's tracks Hooligan and 2.0. At first glance, it seemed like a typical practice video, a chance for fans to see the hard work that happens behind the polished performances. But as soon as Jin appeared on screen, attention immediately shifted, because there he was, wearing glasses while carefully monitoring the choreography. No stage lighting, no elaborate performance outfit, no concert effects, just Jin in a rehearsal environment. And somehow, that made the moment even more captivating. Fans couldn't stop talking about how effortlessly he stood out. His sharp features, his balanced proportions, his natural charisma. Everything combined to create the image of someone who looked less like a person preparing for practice and more like a fashion editorial that had somehow come to life. What fascinated many viewers wasn't just his appearance. It was the contrast. One moment, Jin looked incredibly serious, studying every movement with complete concentration. The next, he revealed the playful side that fans know and love. And that contrast made the video impossible to ignore. Because behind the visuals was an artist deeply committed to perfecting every detail. As the footage continued, viewers watched Jin repeatedly monitor the choreography, paying close attention to timing and movement. Every step mattered. Every motion was examined. Every performance detail received his full attention. For someone who has already spent years on the world's biggest stages, it would be easy to assume that practice becomes routine. But this video told a different story. It showed an artist who still approaches his craft with the same dedication and seriousness that helped him reach the top in the first place. And nowhere was that dedication more obvious than during the practice sessions for the now famous Hooligan choreography. Since its release, one particular dance move has generated enormous attention among fans: the playful crab dance. What might seem like a simple moment became one of the most talked about parts of the choreography, and seeing Jin practice it behind the scenes gave fans an entirely new appreciation for the work involved. He wasn't casually moving through the routine. He was fully committed, repeating movements, adjusting details, making sure every element looked exactly right. It was a reminder that even the most fun and lighthearted moments on stage often come from hours of careful preparation behind the scenes. But if there was one moment that truly melted hearts, it wasn't a dance move at all. It was something much simpler. A tiny interaction. A brief smile. And those are often the moments fans remember the longest. During a break, as Jin attempted to drink some water, a fellow member playfully teased him. The situation lasted only seconds. Yet Jin's reaction instantly became one of the highlights of the video. Instead of responding dramatically, he simply smiled. A warm, genuine smile. The kind of smile that feels completely unplanned, completely natural, and completely impossible to fake. For many fans, that brief moment captured exactly why Jin continues to attract so much affection around the world. Because beyond the visuals, beyond the performances, beyond the achievements, there is a sincerity that people connect with. A feeling that the person audiences see on camera is also the person who exists when the cameras aren't focused on him. And perhaps that's why even the smallest moments can become memorable. A glance, a laugh, a smile, a pair of glasses. Each one reveals another side of the person fans have followed for years. What makes this even more remarkable is that Jin continues to find new ways to surprise people, despite being one of the most recognized stars in the world. After countless performances, awards, and milestones, fans still discover moments that feel fresh, moments that spark new conversations, moments that make people pause and think, how does he keep doing that? Maybe the answer isn't complicated. Maybe it isn't about trying to create unforgettable moments at all. Maybe it's simply the result of authenticity. When someone genuinely enjoys what they're doing, when they work hard behind the scenes, when they remain playful despite immense success, those moments naturally shine through. And that's exactly what happened in this practice sketch. The glasses may have attracted attention first, but they weren't the real story. The real story was the person wearing them. An artist carefully reviewing choreography, a performer dedicating himself to improvement, a teammate sharing lighthearted moments with those around him, and someone whose natural charm continues to resonate with millions of people worldwide. Now anticipation is building once again, because BTS is preparing to continue their highly anticipated Arirang World Tour with performances in Madrid, Spain on June 26th and 27th. If a simple rehearsal video can create this much excitement, fans can only imagine what awaits when the group returns to the stage in front of thousands of cheering fans. And perhaps that's the biggest reason people continue watching. Not because they know exactly what will happen next, but because with Jin, even the simplest moments can unexpectedly become unforgettable. Whether it's a spectacular performance, a behind-the-scenes practice session, or just a pair of glasses and a smile. He somehow turns ordinary moments into memories that stay with people long after the video ends. And judging by the reaction to this latest footage, fans around the world are more than ready to see what moment he'll create next.